Hello friends and welcome to this video. Today in this video we will discuss about the best performing and the most consistent large and mid cap category mutual fund in very simple, systematic and step-by-step way based on 4 parameters, that is risk, return, ratings and expense ratio. And we will also try to know that what is the best way to invest in the direct plan of this mutual fund. So without further ado, let's get started. So before we move ahead to return analysis, I would like to tell you that we have not included those mutual fund in this category in which lump sum investment is not allowed. So first in return analysis, we will see the historical returns, the trailing returns of the top 5 large and mid cap mutual funds. So based on past 10 years historical returns, the most consistent large and mid cap fund is Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 3 we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 4 we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund, and on number 5th we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. And next in return analysis, we will analyze the past 10 years absolute SIP returns of these top 5 large and mid cap mutual funds. And based on the performance of past 10 years absolute SIP returns of this mutual fund, on number 1 we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 3 we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund. On number 4th we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. On number 5th we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund. So after return analysis, we will move to our next topic, that is risk analysis. And in risk analysis, firstly we will see standard deviation of this mutual fund. And in standard deviation, the lower the value is better for the fund. In standard deviation, on number 1 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. On number 3 we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 4th we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund, and on number 5th we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. Next in risk analysis, we will look at the beta of this mutual fund, and lower the value of beta is better for the fund. Beta tells us that what is the probability of a fund to give similar performance in future also. And on parameters of beta, on number 1 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. On number 3 we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 4th we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund, and on number 5th we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund. And next in risk analysis, we will look at the Sharpe ratio of this mutual fund, and here the higher the value is better for the fund. And on parameters of Sharpe ratio, on number 1 we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 3 we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. On number 4th we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 5th we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund. Next in risk analysis, we will analyze the alpha of this mutual fund, and here also the higher the value of alpha is better for the fund. And alpha tells us that how much excess return the fund has generated over its benchmark. And on parameters of alpha, on number 1 we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 3 we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. On number 4th we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund, and on number 5th we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund. And after risk analysis, we will move towards ratings of this mutual fund, where we will know how different rating agencies have rated these mutual funds. And based on the ratings given by Value Research, CRISIL and Morningstar, on number 1 we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 3 we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 4th we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund, and on number 5th we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund. And next we will see the expense ratio of this mutual fund, and we will know which fund has the least expense ratio. If we consider the expense ratios of direct plan of these mutual funds, on number 1 we have Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund with expense ratio of 0.56%. On number 2 we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund with expense ratio of 0.58%. On number 3 we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund with expense ratio of 0.59%. On number 4th we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund with expense ratio of 0.89%, and on number 5th we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund with expense ratios of 1.02%. And if we combine the results of these 4 parameters, the final ranking of this top 5 large and mid cap fund will be like this. By combining all the parameters together, the best mutual fund in this category of large and mid cap fund is Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 2 we have SBI Large and Mid Cap Fund. On number 3 we have Kotak Equity Opportunities Fund. On number 4th we have Tata Large and Mid Cap Fund, and on number 5th we have Canara Robeco Emerging Equities Fund. So now we know the best fund in large and mid cap category of equity mutual fund, and to invest in the direct plan of this mutual fund, you just need to follow this step. To invest in Quant Large and Mid Cap Fund, you need to log in Angel One app, and the dashboard of Angel One app looks like this. And here you need to click on this mutual fund icon, and on the next page on the top right hand side corner a search bar is there. You need to click on that particular search bar, and here you need to type the fund name and click on the direct plan growth of this fund. After this, all the details related to quant, large and mid cap fund will appear on your mobile screen. And after that, for investing in this particular mutual fund, you just need to click on this invest button. And then on the next screen, you need to enter the SIP or lump sum amount in this mutual fund. And here we are going to start a SIP in this mutual fund. And for that, you need to click on the start SIP button. And after that, the bank account which is linked to your Demat account, you can pay via internet banking, UPI or Google Pay. And if you are going to select UPI, you need to enter the UPI ID and click on the proceed button. And the moment you click on the proceed button, your SIP will start in this mutual fund.